Hello guys in Facebook land and YouTube. I am coming to you live from the shop. And what we've got here, besides a little bit of cleanup, is I have finally gotten to the Judge Dredd end of the Judge Dredd project, where I have to do a demolding of the Judge Dredd helmet. Now, I've had this thing in this bucket right here with clamps on it and everything. And it's been sitting in this bucket, holding its shape. So what we're going to do is demold this Judge Dredd helmet. We're going to see how this turned out. So let me just put this bucket up here so it's at eye level. This is the plaster mold. Like I said, this is probably a one-off for the actual molding. This is plaster bandages, medical grade plaster bandages, which are used in, like, you know, your things like broken arms, stuff like that. And I did not cut this particular mold because I didn't want to have a line up the back, it being a helmet. So this is a one-piece demold all the way down. I've just got to do the same thing as if I was doing the resin slush casting. I have to roll it. And the demold is rolling this back a bit. The only thing is, you got the keys that are in the way, which is big fat things here. And other than that, this is the first fiberglass attempt on this. Second fiberglass attempt build on anything. First one I did was Predator helmet. This one is the Judge Dredd. And if these are successful, I may be more likely to try to make fiberglass helmets and mask or helmets rather than do slush casting resin, because everybody does slush casting resin, which is like everybody's doing it. Not this boy. I need to be different. I need to do things differently from most people. I don't like following the crowd and doing what everybody else does, because then you have too many people doing the same thing. And you got 500 people making one hockey mask or something like that. You know, which one do you decide to buy? You know, of course, these are going to be more expensive than the rotational resin cast ones. But this is, like I said, this is a testing. So this is a prototype resin casting done in 2 layers of resin with lots of chop mat. I didn't do a cloth mat on this one. I just used a bunch of chop mat. And so the next one that I do will be, and see, this just rolls right off like peels off like a glove. The chop mat, let me turn the lights on real quick, because I think that's going to make a big difference in this. Let me put this down for a second. I need to turn the lights on in here. Okay. There we go, that's much better. Now you guys can see. Okay, here's the demold. We've got a couple of areas here where the form kind of got a little bit mushed. We got one side of the part where it's like dented in. I can fill that in with Bondo. Like I said, this is test prototype. So my buddy A.L. Tucker will likely get this one. I'm going to probably do the complete dismantling. Now this is just resin fiberglass here. I knew spots of where I could make this a little bit like resin and just light coats of resin. So some of this is not covered with mat and sheets. So let me see what we can do with this. We've got the saw on here. The saw on. Yeah, alright. So what we can do is trim this up a little bit. This is actually easier to do because it's got straight lines on it. It's very easy to do. Cut and trim and all that. Okay, so we trim the bottom of it. Comes out pretty good. Just got to sand it down. Now I need to do the face, the visor part. Like I said, this is pretty easy because it's straight lines, so I don't have to worry about curving and doing all that and kind of cutting into something. I'll have to get a Dremel and probably do some of this close-up stuff around the edge. Okay, we got one area here I know that didn't come out that great. I've got a little bit of a missed spot right here. Not really missed, but it wasn't reinforced with fiber. And as part of the flange part that comes in, it's supposed to be a little bit more pronounced, so it's missing that. Like I said, you know, this being a test mold, it really doesn't it's not really expected to. Oh shit! And the X is breaking off. All right, I got to be careful about that. So this one, being a test mold, is not really expected to be 100%, you know, perfect, that type of thing. Wow. Yeah, I should have reinforced a couple of areas really well. Like I said, this was a haphazard molding. I didn't take this serious because I just wanted to see, A, if it could be done, B, how it would look, C, if it was worth doing again. You know, so there's several factors in doing a test on this. But for the most part, you do have a Dredd helmet with some defects in it. This X part is very loose. That's more rigid, so it didn't get quite reinforced. The next one I do, and then there's a bow, a little bit of a bend here. And then there's a real big dent right here. You can't really see it. There it is, right there. So, you know, you have to... There are a couple of issues with it, but that's just because that's a plaster bandage mold, so the fiberglass or the silicone wobbles in it, and you set it down. See, the last one I did, I set it down on the head, and that was completely flat and mushed in. So, you know, not too badly done. I think I can do these, but like I said, it would be... The next one, I would definitely have to do a fiberglass cloth first, reinforce layers, but I think it's going to work. It definitely fits. Be putting EVA foam pads in the helmet, you know, that type of thing. So, you know, not too badly done. I'm not too disappointed with this because now I know it can be done. I just need to do a little bit better reinforcement all the way around, because it was very awkward to do this, you know, stippling, pouring, and doing all that stuff. So as a test pattern, it looks rather shitty, but it is a Judge Dredd helmet. You know, it can work. So we'll see what we can do moving forward. All right? I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you very much. Please don't forget to like and subscribe so you can keep up with the content of the different projects that I do and how I move forward with different things. Okay? Thank you very much.